on 3 platforms. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not on. Let me put my AirPods in. Can you all hear me well? If so, give me some hearts. Show me some digital love. There were. Got my microphone. So let's see how I'm doing on YouTube. As you all are coming in, I want to make this video blog on Dave Ramsey. Thank you for the digital love. Thank you for the digital love for those who tuning in. It's the Queen of Credit here. Let me get this other platform. And I stumbled across this Dave Ramsey video to attempt to play it for you so you can kind of hear what's going on. You know, I'm not that based on technology because I am on 3 platforms, so I can't really just show it. All right. I can't show it while I'm trying to be on 3 platforms. So you all just give me a second. Get my fingernails in the way. As you all coming in, you know, I'm a public school teacher as well, right? So, and we have something in the public school system. Let me try to get this. It's called a do now, right? It's called a do now. And that do now wants you to do the first session or the first moment that you enter the class. So besides that, thank you so much, Lee Brown, aka Les Brown, Mr. Lee Brown. So what I want you all to do is to answer this question for me, right? Answer this question for me. Do you think that what's the biggest factor in bad credit, right? What do you all think the biggest factor in bad credit is? Do you think it's income, right? Do you think it's the income issue as the biggest factors or factor in dealing with bad credit? Or do you think that it's a lack of education, right? Just a lack of financial knowledge, not really being taught on, you know, how to handle your finances, how to handle your bills? Do you think it's abuse of power in a sense? Trying to get this on Facebook, right? Let me flip this screen. All right. So do you think it's abuse of power in the sense that, you know, when people get credit or they're able to get access to credit, that they abuse it because, you know, simply they don't know how to use it? These are just some things I want to address tonight because if you all can hear me, hello, Will. Okay, I have someone already on YouTube, so let's let me know coming in good and clear for you all on YouTube. Will states he believes that it's a lack of education, right? It's a lack of education. So I'm going to play this video on. So again, I need you to do these things. My subscribers, the count is growing on my YouTube channel, but I want to make sure you are connected. So on YouTube, I want you to hit the I want you to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit the thumbs up. You know, Facebook, thank you for the digital love. Already showing me the thumbs up and the hearts. Periscope, just show some hearts. And we're gonna get right into the topic. It's time for the holidays. So people are making a lot of financial decisions. Hello, Carla. Hello, Carla on Facebook. Thank you for the digital love. And YouTube, before I go on, I looked at my stats today on my YouTube channel, and I found out that it's like 70%, 70% of you follow me on my YouTube channel. So I didn't know that someone on Facebook, you ain't met my wife, I'll take care of you. Mark, I don't know what that means on Facebook. Are you saying I need to meet your wife? Facebook, if you all can hear me good and clear, let me know. Facebook, show me some digital love. If you can hear me well, YouTube ought to be able to hear me well. Hello, hello. Thank you, Damon Browns, your first time. All right, your first time live. Thank you. Also, YouTube, thank you, thank you for the thumbs up and the digital love and the hearts on Instagram. So let's listen to this and we will discuss this breakdown together, right? Let's listen to this Dave Ramsey video that I stumbled across today. You all let me know if you all can hear it well as it's. Okay, thank you, Monique on Facebook. So let's listen to this advice.
5225. You can follow me on Twitter if you'd like, @Dave Ramsey. Dave, what are some of the challenges of living without a credit score? You know, the challenges of living without a credit score are very low unless you're trying to buy things that you don't have the money to buy. If you don't have any money, living without a credit score is a lot tougher. In other words. So, I haven't had a credit score in years because I haven't borrowed money in years. I mean, like decades. I don't own a credit card. I have just a couple of pieces of plastic in my front pocket. I have a debit card on my business, a debit card on my personal account, my driver's license, and my handgun carry permit. Those are the only plastic I carry. And then I carry some cash. I travel a lot. We travel abroad. We do a lot of work-related travel. We rent cars. We check into hotels. We do all of that with a debit card. I buy things online with a debit card. I have almost no trouble with a debit card any more than you would have with a credit card. I have to use good sense just like you do.
Okay, now first of all, I want to see if you all caught that. He said, I almost have no trouble. I almost have no trouble with a debit card like you would a credit card. So just listening close. He said almost. All right, let's listen in.
With a credit card in terms of interface with websites that aren't secure and so on. You want to use good sense. But I can do everything in my life that you can do except go into debt. And I probably could actually go into debt even though I don't have a credit score because of my net worth and income. But I mean, I'm pretty.
Okay, and the second thing I want to point out, he said because of my net worth, right? Because of my net worth and income. So at the beginning of this video, I asked, do you all think that credit is an income problem or is it a lack of knowledge problem? And also, if you're watching on YouTube, if you see that dollar sign, you're free to give a super chat, whether it's $2 or $5. Everything helps support the channel and helps me to take this message. I'm actually next week, we'll be teaching this financial literacy to a group of youth. So everything helps spread the message and the idea of using credit in a positive way, right, to improve your cash flow situation. So let's listen in on Dave Ramsey.
Bankable, would you guess? But I don't have any desire to do that. Where you run into problems out of the gate with a credit score is really three areas when you're broke and just getting started. One is to rent. Some places they want to see a credit score. Lots of landlords rent to you without a credit score. I'm a landlord. I don't require a credit score.
Okay, so he says some problems you may run into is renting without a credit score. And then he mentions that some landlords, not the majority, not the landlords in the better neighborhoods, the better communities. He said some landlords will rent to you without a credit score, but he also brings out the point that he too is he's a landlord, right? So he's a landlord. Let's listen on.
Score to rent from us. I did require some, references, and I want to see some evidence that you have paid bills and can pay
He
bills.
requires
It doesn't
references.
require a credit score. to rent from us. And there's lots of landlords that will rent to you if you have no debt and you're just out of school and you got the new job. And, you know, there's a reason you don't have a credit score is because you have gone out there and borrowed a bunch of money, which actually means you can freaking pay your bills. And so you're actually a good renter. The second area is to buy a home with a mortgage without a credit score. It's difficult, but it can be done.
Okay, he does bring out that buying a home without a credit score is difficult, right? He says it's difficult. I love that emojis, LaTanya, on Facebook, but it can be done. So let's see how he suggests it can be done by a mortgage without a credit score.
Advertised, been our sponsor for 20 years, Churchill Mortgage, and they can get you a mortgage without a credit score. Now, you have to have everything else in line. You have to have a good solid down payment. You have to have a good steady time on the job. You have to be not buying too much house as a ratio of your income, your payment, and those kinds of things. It's kind of an old-fashioned idea we used to do when I first got in the real estate business 30 years ago. We used to mortgage companies actually used to underwrite the loan, meaning they would verify your deposit, they would verify your employment, they would verify how long you paid your landlord earlier on time, and there was no such thing as a credit score. They just actually looked at the human being, and so this track record of this human being makes common sense as a lending process, and that's called manual underwriting today, and it can be done. The third biggest complaint I get for people that don't have a credit score is renting a cell phone as a brand new adult. And you've never had a cell phone, and you walk in and you want to rent a cell phone and you're 19 years old or something, or you want to buy a cell phone and sign up for a service, they're going to require a large deposit that you get back in a year, and they're going to give you all kinds of hassle because they're not used to doing it, and they're a pain in the butt. Now, I don't run into that because I have like 80 cell phones or something like that, or 90 cell phones that our company owns, and they're furnished to our team. And so we have a large contract, and so I don't personally run into that. I mean, if I ever get a cell phone, we put it on this massive corporate account that we have, and it's not a big deal. So I don't personally run into that one anymore. And once you've had a cell phone with a carrier for a while.
Okay, so he said he doesn't personally run into that issue. And notice he says anymore, right, of trying to even get a cell phone without credit. Now, I want to bring to your attention, this is Dave Ramsey's philosophy. He also says because he has a sponsorship with Churchill Mortgage, that you can get manual underwriting to qualify for a mortgage with no credit score. But just know that their sponsorship means that he gets referral funds for referring people to that, or affiliate funds for referring people to Churchill Mortgage. And as he said, you have to have a large large lump sum down payment. Thank you so much on Periscope. And you still have to show financials. So even if he's not referring to it as a FICO score, and even though he's a landlord and he's stating that he rents apartment, but people still have to have a history of paying bills on time, although they call it financial records and not necessarily a FICO score, it's still the same context. That you're going to have proof that you are a person who can handle paying your bills on time, even in his system. Right? So let's finish this up, and then I'm going to sum it up.
Usually it's a year. And it could be like $1,000 or something. But other than that, you really don't have a lot of trouble. Oh, you can run into trouble renting cars from some companies with a debit card when you haven't arrived at an airport. In other words, if you want to go up in your hometown without having arrived by airport and just rent a car with a debit card, some of them won't rent to you. Most of them will, but some of them won't. So you run into a little bit of trouble with that. But it's really very minor compared to being freaking in debt to your eyeballs and paying all your income to a stupid bank and interest coming out your ears, all in the name of having a credit score. Stupid America. It's stupid. So the offset is very minor. The minor hassle factor in return freaking life that wasn't stolen by a bank, it's a great offset. It's a great offset. And so I'm amazed at the pushback I get. I mean, I get hate mail because I tell people to cut their credit cards. What a world we live in. You people are weird. Some of you. Some of you people are nuts. I get hate mail because I tell people not to borrow money to buy a car. I get hate mail because I tell people not to buy whole life insurance or go to a payday lender. I get hate mail. It just is amazing to me. We bail it. We get so much of it. How can a Christian do this? Well, a Christian tells people not to get ripped off, stupid bird. Why is this hard? This is unbelievable, man.
Okay, so I listened to Dave Ramsey and hold on, sure. And you know, he's a millionaire, maybe a billionaire. He's pretty much informing you how he is a billionaire. He sells his products, his budgeting software. He has sponsors like Churchill Mortgage. He doesn't believe in whole life insurance. A lot of the term life insurance, there are also sponsors on his website, meaning that he gets referral for recommending these people and everything. So you have to take everything in context, right? You know, Dave is going to continue to press this philosophy, even if it would benefit him. And someone on YouTube said he's always screaming. And hello from Dallas, Mr. Walker from Dallas. And he's going to keep these sponsorships, even if he can get travel reward money cash back at 3%, 1.5% to just use a credit card like he would a debit card. He's going to do what's best interest of his financial interests for his company, his vision, and his business. But let's be honest, people. In my opinion, credit is for people that do not have the income. It's more so for the true middle class, because we don't discuss the three classes of income producers in America. We think that middle class is anyone. Thank you for the digital love on Facebook. We think middle class is anyone that makes $50,000 to $100,000 a year, and that is middle class. But our middle class is permanently shrinking, right? To where is the middle class is just permanent. You know, we're degrading every day because the prices of everything is increasing. Hello, Periscope. Bonjour. I just talked about Paris, France today. That's a place I would love to visit. Thank you for the hearts and the digital love. Periscope. And so now we have the upper class, which are those who make around $150,000 or more in their price range. But even on $100,000 income, if not managed correctly, you could very well bring home about $65,000 a year. By the time your federal taxes, your Medicaid, all of your state taxes, and you know whatever bills you may have, $65,000 a year. So my thing is, if there is a person that is not making the money, hello Periscope, and you need sources to find money, you are trying to do things to increase your income, right? Because Dave Ramsey says himself that he focused on more the outgoing expenses than the incoming expenses. But if you ever want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, there are two things you have to do. Number one, you have to save more of the money that you are currently making, no matter what your income status is, that's even in taxes. You have to save more of that money that you're making. And I tell everyone that has a job, you need to understand this W-4 form. Because oftentimes, if you just have a job, right, the top portion of the W-4 only fits for you. But if you collaborate a job with this financial education business that I'm a part of, not a brick and mortar business, right? You can have a brick and mortar business, but you also, if you have a job and a brick and mortar business, you need to also join into this business because it allows you to have additional allowances at the bottom portion of your W-4 that employees are not allowed to have. Or they're not, I won't say allowed to have, they're not entitled to, they're not qualified to have, right? And so when you're not qualified for those additional allowances, then you're taxed higher. That means for every dollar that you earn, you're bringing home about 70 cents of that dollar. And you if you don't ever climb out of that, if you don't ever bring more of your take home pay home, it will keep you in a status where you will continuously live paycheck to paycheck. Because now you have a lack of income problem. And now once you have a lack of money problem, lack of income problem, you're not in positive cash flow. Now you go out and borrow things or you get loans for things in double digits that will cost you double the amount to have or obtain or get the money from the banks than it would someone with a better credit score. And so now you're losing money two ways, with interest and out of your paycheck, because you don't understand the W-4 wealth formula that I teach in this W-4, and the consultation price for that is $49.99, right? For you to see if you're losing $200 to $600 a month out of your paycheck. And so now when someone with a middle class income say, hey, I want to start my side hustle, I want to have this skill that I'm good at, I want to get out of, did you know automobiles, for example, you can get an automobile finance at 1.9% with good credit. One thing that Mr. Ramsey did not mention in this video, that your auto insurance, your vehicle insurance premium are much lower with a higher interest rate. So that's eating up your cash flow. Now, he may be a landlord that does not look at credit scores, and he may know a mortgage company that does not look at credit score, but they still have their own scoring system to qualify you if you're going to rent or purchase a home. But what he does not mention that if you go through this method without using your score, you'll have more upfront cash. Hello, New Jersey on YouTube. You will be required to have more upfront cash to be a part of being a homeowner and to live out this American dream. And so if you're a person that's fighting taxes, fighting inflation, fighting price increases every year, but you're not getting a pay raise. And I'm talking about getting pay raises from your job without working harder, right? Without needing a promotion, without needing overtime. Just understanding this formula. Because if you learn how to leverage these three things, your taxes, your credit, and your cash flow, then you can put yourself in a much better position financially. So we look at Mr. Ramsey. He sells books. Oh yeah, that's an even better point, Periscope. No credit score. Good luck getting a job. Misdemeanor 2. It's really messed up. Exactly. I really forgot to mention that. Thank you for throwing it in. That a lot of these employees and jobs are now checking credit scores for employment of the better jobs, right? So, you know, the system is set up where you need that 3-digit number, whether it's for lower insurance rates, automobile rates, to get the jobs that you want to qualify for, to get the bank's money at very, very low interest rate. Yes, the system has changed. And we didn't even discuss car rental. You know, he brought out I travel worldwide. They take my debit cards. I can rent a vehicle with a debit card. But that even has become more stricter. These hotels, car rentals, they want a major credit card. And for many reasons, I would rather use a major credit card online or renting vehicles or anything because they have that fraud protection. You use your debit card for a fraudulent transaction, and your money could be tied up for weeks. And one thing he doesn't elaborate on is insufficient fund fees, NSF fees that a lot of these banks, and my daughter just came in, issue out for when you swipe that debit card and you don't have the funds in there to back it up. So, you know, whether you're using a credit or debit card, you always need to know where you are financially so you don't abuse either one of those because there's consequences behind both of them if you do. I love credit cards. I just received an offer in the mail today for a 0% credit card offer. And one of the things he doesn't discuss, getting credit card and using it monthly and paying it off right helps a lot. And your car loan after, exactly, Periscope. Great points you're bringing out. Thank you so much. That Dave Ramsey is suggesting that a lot of people pay high interest rates on credit cards, but if you pay out that balance every month, and you're fortunate like me to have credit cards that come with good cashback offers, they will give you cash back for using it like a debit card, and you don't pay any interest fees on it if you pay the balance off in full every month. It does not matter at what interest rate they have you locked into. If you pay that balance off in full every month, you will not be assessed any interest. The only time you are assessed interest is when you carry over a balance. So, and again, on Periscope, a lot of people have videos, you know, how do you pay your credit cards? How do you get a high credit score in 30 days, 60 days? Yes, self-control is very huge, Periscope, on both spectrums, whether you're using a credit card, debit card. A lot of those high credit scores come from you paying down your department store cards and credit cards first. Paying down installment loans, revolving debt like credit cards and debit cards it's called revolving because the money revolves. You can pay it down and reuse it again. We'll raise your credit score. And then you pay down your installment loans like your vehicle and your mortgage. But I'm pretty sure now Mr. Ramsey does some type of, because no landlord wants to get a slum, person renting their property. It wastes because it takes too much of the legal system in their time to evict you. And now their money is tied up and their cash flow is tied up. And so, I'm pretty sure his system has become even stricter of using credit scores to identify people payment patterns and behaviors. So I'm signing off. This is just something I offer. I'm going to bring up these points today because I got emails today. If you're interested in the W4 Wealth Formula, shoot me an email. It's in all of my descriptions on Periscope. You can see it in my profile description. My email is LD, LaTanya DeLoach, LD at 𝒞𝓄𝓾𝑒.com. Same thing with YouTube. It's in my description. Facebook, it's on my page and profile. If not, you just shoot me a message if you did not get my email as I stated it. So you definitely need to know, because there's a lot of people that don't know this W4 form. They don't understand how it works, and it's causing them more money out of their paycheck, often on average from $200 to $600 a month. They don't understand what's a credit for a dependent. They don't understand what's a qualifying dependent that they ask you on line F of the W4. They don't really understand line E. What's your child tax credit? Do you qualify for that, right? I've had people that's claiming 1 or 2 on their W4, and they should be claiming 6, 7, or 8. What that's causing you to tax more. Hello from Las Vegas. I want to visit Las Vegas soon. I'm looking at next month, actually, on YouTube next month, coming to Vegas, visiting Vegas. Definitely will let you know when I'm there. And then you have the second portion of the W4, your deductions, adjustments, and additional income sheet that people don't understand, and how they can help them gain more allowances. But this portion also help you claim more tax deductions at the end of the year. So meaning that you can get more money back in taxes, right? Because employees only have 15 tax deduction now, people. The tax laws have changed. 15 tax deductions. But if you join for this consultation, you can get up to 475. And you can also get tax deduction for the things that you do, the bills you pay in your home every day, and now a portion of that money can come back to you. Your travels, if I do visit Vegas in November because of this, I will be able to use a portion of that trip for a business tax deduction. And so you definitely want this a part of your financial portfolio. Secondly, I've had some dealing with debt collectors to help people build up and keep their cash flow, because debt collectors come after you for hundreds or thousands of dollars, right? And so if you understand the process of debt collectors purchase debt illegally, meaning that they don't, I put a post on what the word validation mean, the definition of validation. You need to Google that. The definition of validation is to allegedly have legal grounds to collect. When you're validating yourself or validating something, you have to ensure that it's legally correct and accurate. And oftentimes I've been to the post office and I heard people say, I'm just going to pay this $5 on my debt collector, so, they won't take me to court. But have you, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is powerful. Had you know the law and know how to apply it, then if they illegally collect the debt from you, you would owe nothing toward that balance because the debt was not purchased in legal tactics. Now, I have some people that contacted me, and the original creditor is seeking to take them to court for a balance unpaid, right? And I tell people all the time, does not matter if you get accounts removed from your credit report, you still owe those creditors their money, right? So you may have something like an Amex or a Bank of America. You charged up those credit card, and now they're going to subpoena you to court. And they have the original documentation on file like they're supposed to, because they are the original accounts. So you need to be careful that even if you get my credit consultation services, that you don't think I don't owe this charge off, right? Because it's deleted from my credit report. Because if that charge off or that account is not sold to a debt collector, you still owe. So a lot of companies will not sell that debt. They will stand their ground and take you to court for that. So you need to know the difference. Another thing, get your credit score improved. There will be a lot of discounted deals going on with the upcoming bubble bust. The student loan epidemic, debt is too high. We have millennials graduating college in debt. They can't afford new vehicles because of their debt status, and because of the student loan debt, epidemic. And this is going to be worse in 2008, because now you have student loans included. Now you have vehicle debt included, right? On top of mortgage debt, on top of retail stores closing and people losing jobs. But the bright side of this, that if you don't make enough money, if you can get your credit score in position right now, instead of thinking about shopping for the holidays or for Christmas, right? Tell people this year I'm doing something different for 2020. I'm investing in my credit, and so that I can not only improve my cash flow, right? But I can take opportunities to, if a home is foreclosed on, to invest and purchase that home or that land wholesale or resale, or whatever you want to invest in, the Bitcoin, whatever it will be. Most people are made richer or made millionaires during economic resets like we are about to experience in the last one we experienced in 2008. So many millionaires were made from them, but the thing was, they didn't use their money. They used the bank's money, right? And that's what you always want to do. You want to position yourself for prosperity, and you want to use the bank's money. You don't want to put your money at risk, especially when you are investing. But the biggest investment you can make is in yourself, your financial education, and on the next moves that you're going to make. I tell people all the time, you're not broke. You are not broke. You are just not investing your money into things that make you more money. You're not broke. You just have a consumer's mindset. You're not broke. Hello, yeah, Facebook. Yeah, yes, I'm preaching now. Hello, Facebook, this and rentals. And you're not broke. You're just you swiping your credit cards for things. Thank you for the digital love on Periscope. You're swiping your credit card for things that are not making you money. You're swiping your credit cards for things that's taking your money, not for things that will make you money. You can buy tax lien homes, foreclosed property. You can invest in your business or your side hustle. Did you know that even if you have a side hustle, that you can get business credit cards? Business credit cards to improve your business, to enhance it, to buy the equipment you need, to do the marketing you need, to get out there to more people about what you offer, to grow and expand your business. And business credit cards are beautiful because oftentimes that debt, I don't even like saying the word debt, but what you spend on that card, if you get the right cards, will not even show as debt on your personal credit report, right? All money in and no money out. Are you trying to say all money out and no money in, Mr. Walker? All money out. That's right. Your money just going out, but you don't have anything that's bringing you money in. You don't have any investments that's bringing you money in, especially if you got sick or ill and did not have to work. What do you have in position to make your money make more money for you? All right. So again, YouTube, don't forget to drop that super chat. If you watching at the end of this video, watch the beginning, watch the replay, hashtag replay on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Put that in the comments for me. Also on Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Drop your city, right? I got New Jersey, Dallas watching, Vegas watching, all on YouTube. You all make sure Periscope, Facebook, drop your city. I love to know where people are because I do credit and cash flow conferences, and who knows, I may be coming to a city and a state near you. Okay, I got Georgia reporting. Thanks for reporting in on Periscope. We got Georgia reporting in. So that wraps it up. If you came in, and thank you for the digital love. If you came in at the tail end, definitely watch this replay. No, you're from Nashville, Tennessee. You are close to Mr. Dave Ramsey then, to his headquarters at least. All right, this is the Queen of Credit. Today feels like a Thursday. But look, you could have been anywhere. This is Wednesday night. You could have been anywhere. Detroit, Michigan on that. Real quick, Detroit, I heard that Detroit have some good investment homes that you can invest in for like $5,000 on the low end for Detroit, right? And you may put $10,000, $15,000 into it, and you got your home that you can flip, or you can hold on, and you can get cash flow coming in. So let me know about that, Miss Kennedy from Detroit. You got Myrtle Beach. Okay. Nipsey Hussle, that's right. Myrtle Beach in Florida, where it is never wintertime. Okay, Miss LaTanya said yes about Detroit, Michigan. Hey, thank you all for joining in with me in my vlog. Hope this information helped you. If nothing more, it changed your mindset about credit and how credit can help you create more cash flow and stop you from living pay. I'm signing off. You all have a great night. Thanks again for tuning in. What up? Oh, you trying to scare me?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, boo. I guess you might be on my video. I don't know if it's out. Trying to, it's still recording us, so it might not be. Yeah, I see my daughter. Trying to hit end screen, but it's still like it's still recording. What is going on with it? Come on, wait. Yeah.